Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't carry another better lesson come today. Today we want to learn how to sew this fine asymmetric gown. This fine gown with cowl neck ready for the screen sew. So the tools we need now: straight ruler, curved ruler, scissors and pattern paper. So I know as we do now, the first thing is to draft our basic bodice pattern. So but if you like, if you skip this process if you don't already be familiar with the process. So the first thing is to insert the shoulder measurement, will be 14 inches. From there I come mark 3 inches for the neck width. If you mark 3.5, depends on how you want to make your own be. So from that shoulder point now, I go mark the chest line. The chest line is 7.5 inches, 7 inches. From there I mark the bust line, will be 11 inches, and then I also mark the waist half length or the waistline, will be 16 inches. That is from your shoulder to the waistline. So I go replicate the measurements for this other side, so that when I join the lines together I will get straight line. Yes, so I don't join the lines together. After we don't do this step now, the next thing where we could do now to just connect from the shoulder point to the from the center front. I go mark 7 inches so that I will get straight line from the shoulder point to the chest line. So now this chest line I'm the armhole go dey. The next thing now to mark 1 inch down from the shoulder, then I will connect them to the neck point for the shoulder slant or shoulder slope. So after that, the next thing we will go do now to just make sure say our pattern paper they aligned well. Then I will mark the bust measurement. The bust now 36 inches divided by 4 now 9 inches plus 1 inch for ease or seam allowance. Then I will also mark that same measurement for the bust line. Then when I come for the waistline, I will mark the waist measurement 32 inches divided by 4 na 8 plus 1 inch for ease, that is 9 inches. So I will connect the point from the bust from the chest line, that is the bust measurement, to the waistline. The next thing I go do now, I go measure the chest line measurement, divide them by 2. I go mark the midpoint. Then from that midpoint I go in by ½ inch to connect the armhole line. So that armhole now I will connect them back to the bust measurement. Then I will connect them to the shoulder measurement, as soon as I do now. The next thing where I go do now, because I use this same pattern paper for the back and the front panels, I will mark the back armhole now. So the back armhole now also the same measurement, just that for the back we go come in by ½ inch. Next now the neck depth. So the neck depth now 2 inches. So when I fold down with the facing, it will come back to 1.5 inch. I don't want to make the back neckline today high, so we don't mark and finish. The next thing for us to do now to cut out our pattern piece. So we'll go first start with the back piece. I'll just cut the back piece first. Then after I don't cut the back piece finish, I will come retrace the outline. I will use and take cut the front panel. So once I cut and finish, the next thing I go do, as I cut this shoulder point now, I go just leave ½ inch as a joining allowance for the shoulder point there. Then for the neckline, I will also leave the ½ inch where I go take join the facing to the neckline there, to knitting that rough part. So we don't join that part finish. The next thing I'll go put out for my fabric, use and cut out the fabric. So now this fine fabric now I want use. So for this kind style, it good may use very flexible and light material. So I don't lay my pattern paper on top the fabric, I don't cut them out. The next thing now to retrace the front armhole. I know say I talked before say now this same pattern paper I go use cut the back and the front. So I want to retrace the front armhole now. No, so now see say the front armhole go deeper than the back armhole. Next thing I will come do now to slash the pattern paper. So from the chest line there, I will slash the pattern paper. I will cut them through, but I no go cut and finish. Then I will measure how deep where I want make my cowl form. So I just want 5 inches. So now so I put them for my pattern paper. I don't use them take retrace them. So that excess way there for the top part there go be the facing for this particular pattern. So I don't keep notch there, so that I go take indicate where my shoulder stop and where the neckline, so that I go fit join them. So now the notch that might they show. So the notch where I keep there, now I go take join this front panel for the shoulder blade to the back panel. So if you use round flare skirts, if you use straight skirts, anyone way you like, if you use. So the next thing we go do now, after I don't join this back and front, the front and the back panel, now to cut out the bottom part of this dress. So and see I'm now the circle dress flare now we won't use take attached for the top part of the gown. So we don't cut and finish. The next thing what we go do now, I'll just come here, straighten out the patterns. So the first thing where I do in order to start to join this thing now, to first of all cut facing for the back. So that facing for the back, I'll cut them, I'll go join them to the back panel. I go notch that side where I join for the back, so that the thing no go they come outside, and I go also top stitch them to stay for one place. See the notch where I put this notch go indicate where the neckline for the front day and where the shoulder day. So now that shoulder for the front, I go attach to the shoulder for the back panel. So when I don't attach and finish, the next thing where I go come do, I will go attach the top part of the dress to the bottom part of the dress. So I will attach them. Now see, now I don't show where the facing day and how I attach them. So when I do that one finish, I will come go join the two sides together. I'll join the sides together to get one straight bodice. So that side now don't set. So when I join the bodice finish, I'll come join the sides. When I join the sides, I'll come join the blouse to the skirt or to the flare part of the dress. That is the bottom part of the dress. I'll come attach them. Once I attach and finish, now the next thing where I go come do be say, I notice say the dress dey free for the waistline, and I don't want to make it day like that. So the next thing where I go come do, I'll go carry elastic, I go come add them for the waistline. So now see the waistline, it dey very free, it's too free, and it no give any shape. So this one now, I will go add elastic band for that waistline. I will sew from the inside to give them small shape and to make them dey cinch for that waistline. So when I don't do that one finish, the next thing where I go come do now to go use part of the fabric where remain for this my project. I will use them take bind the armhole so that the place go dey neat small. So I will go do and I'll come show now the final outcome. I thank you for watching. Bye bye.